All right, welcome back to my channel, everyone. So I really hope you enjoyed the first video, and I really do appreciate all the support and everyone bearing with me through some of the trials of first starting a YouTube channel. So I know the audio in a few clips was a little spotty. I think it was the headphones I was using. I thought that would make it a little better. Today, I'm going to use the headphones in some, not in others, kind of trial and error, see if I can work through it. But today, we are going to Hollywood Studios. I'm actually doing two videos. So the one you're going to see now is going to be Hollywood Studios Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So I'm going to take you through all of Galaxy's Edge. You're going to see the food, drink options, going to talk about the rides, kind of take you through a tour of the whole Galaxy's Edge, show some merch as well. So it's definitely going to be a fun day. All right, let's get going. All right, so we are about to be on our way to Hollywood Studios, but I just wanted to show you guys. So obviously it is not too nice out today, but that's part of the reason I am still going, because days like today when it's rainy is the perfect time to go to Disney. Everyone leaves, the lines are usually a lot shorter, and you can get on a lot more things, get a lot more done. So I'll kind of show some of that as well. Maybe we'll take a look at some wait times, see if that is the case today. So we should be there soon, and we'll get started. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we are here in Hollywood Studios. That was the entrance where we just walked in. All the way down this first main road, you'll see the Chinese theater at the end. Before we get into Galaxy's Edge, though, I want to stop in Keystone Clothers because they have a lot of Star Wars stuff. And the first thing you're going to see is this really cool shirt. It's gray. I know it's hard to read on it, but it does say Rebels, Droids, Sith Lords, and Jedi Masters. And it's got the emblems on it as well. And the price is $39.99. This shirt is really cool. So it's got a nice collar. Kind of looks like you're in the Millennium Falcon, kind of going into hyperspeed. And it says Star Wars with all the movies on there, 1 through 9. This one's $59.99 though. But you can pair it with this cool matching hat. This hat's got the little poof on top. It's got like all stars all over it. And this hat is going to run you $34.99. And last thing you can pair with it too, these really cool pants are here as well. They're more like leggings though. It's like a leggings type material. It does have the same design, and that's $39.99. Also saw this really cool Jabba the Hutt plush. This thing is definitely like a different type of material. It's hard to really explain, almost like corduroy. It's $22.99 though, so that's pretty cool. And that's probably going with this whole Boba Fett type series they have based on the Disney Plus show, The Book of Boba Fett. So you see they have shirts here as well, all based on the Book of Boba Fett. And they're really cool, honestly. They have a really cool, like this one's got more of a retro type look to it. Down here you have another one as well. And definitely, you see like that one is more for kids. That's $19.99, so it's a little on the cheaper side compared to some of the other shirts. And if you're looking for something a little different as well, they have action figures. So this Boba Fett action figure is $35. And they do have a Jawa tank type vehicle at the bottom as well. Now this is a Life Day orb. Life Day for Star Wars is kind of like Christmas or something like that. So their Life Day is where they just celebrate life. And you see this is their Life Day orb. They also had some clothing as well. The orb should light up, they weren't working right now because they're not bought. But this shirt, you see Chewbacca holding the Life Day orb, and you see Rey is on it. Very, very thin material, perfect for summertime in Florida. And that is $35. There was this random shirt here as well, so I figured I would just show you it is $30. It's a tank style. But yeah, that is the Life Day orb. And just going back to the Boba Fett stuff, this is kind of like showing as if you're wearing the armor. You got the jetpack on the back. Really, really cool. There's a lot of Boba Fett clothing though. And this one is $65 because that's going to be a sweatshirt. Those are a little bit more usually. And then the classic just logo of the show. Nothing on the back there, but it just has the Book of Boba Fett right on the front. Another hat. Again, these aren't really for Florida so much, unless you're just trying to be stylish while your head is sweating, but that if you're from out of state, you can get those. This is, again, that same design from earlier, just in a different type of, style. And then there was this really cool Mandalorian lifelike helmet. It's got to be one of the coolest pieces of merchandise I have seen in pretty much any of the parks before. So this is $120, and you see it comes with a stand as well. And then there's this backpack. This backpack, none of them had any prices on them, but it is $85. I asked a cast member. It is Loungefly, which is a brand that makes a lot of Disney backpacks, but this one's really cool. And it's right next to a Baby Yoda Spirit jersey. This one also did not have a price, but when I asked, they did tell me it was $75. And it says The Mandalorian on the back, which is, of course, the TV show that Baby Yoda comes from, or Grogu comes from. And then, in the corner, stuffed away, they had some Christmas stuff still. So they had these stockings with Grogu. They had these ornaments that kind of look like they're cookies of different Star Wars characters. It was really, really cool. The only thing about them is, of course, that they are $45. So that is a lot of money for some ornaments. Or you can just buy one ornament like this, and that is from an episode in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, when Grogu is meditating on a rock. So if you like this show, this one's only $23, but of course you're getting only one compared to multiple. And this, I almost did buy this. This is a Christmas Star Wars Spirit jersey. It's got a cookie that looks like Chewbacca on the front, and it says Star Wars with, Christmas lights intertwining throughout it. Almost got that. And then here, lastly, we have a Christmas hat. So I have a similar but different one. Every year they have a Star Wars hat. It's $30, so obviously it's going to be more than one you might get from Target, but it is really cool. All right, and this is the exit to the shop we were just in. Down that way is where you would go to get back to the entrance. We're going to head this way, going towards Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You see the Chinese theater, so you come in and go to the left. They do have a little snack stop here. It's not always open, but you can get some small little things or like chicken tenders, small sandwich to hold you over. Again, there's the Chinese theater, but we're going to head down this way to the left side of the park toward Galaxy. And actually on the way there is this little sign which will tell you the wait times. It did change right away, but it's going to come back in just a moment. And it does show Rise of Resistance's wait time, as well as Smuggler's Run, both of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge's rides. They were up there. Because of the rain, I thought it would come down, and it was low for a while, but it got back up there pretty quick. All right, but we are going to head towards Galaxy's Edge now. And we came from down there, where the sign just was, and the store, and we are heading this way along the left side of the park, as you see, toward Galaxy's Edge. Along the way, there are multiple other places you can get some food as well. Tucked in the back corner over here, another one of those, you can get like sandwiches, chicken tenders, kind of your basic things. Along the way to Galaxy's Edge is also the Muppet area. So the Muppet area has a pizza place you can go to. It has like a ride, which is kind of like a show. And it also has a full sit-down Italian restaurant, which is really cool. But just before we get to that, right outside of Galaxy's Edge is going to be Star Tours, which is a simulator type attraction with so many different variations that you're never going to get the same ride twice. And right next to that is a little show for kids or anybody who's interested, which they have multiple showings per day. And right there, you'll see the little pillars of Star Tours. So we just walked right past that. There's some bathrooms right there too, and that's the Muppet area, which there are also some bathrooms in. Just want to point out because sometimes they're a little hidden and it's tough to see them. All right, and then right in this tunnel here, we are now entering Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is on a planet called Batuu, which was made just for this land in the park. It's based on the sequel trilogy, which is going to be Star Wars Episodes 7, 8, and 9. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you might see some of the characters out as well, which we might see some a little later on. As soon as you walk in, right here on the left is going to be their hallmark attraction, which is the best experience I've ever been on, Star Wars Rise of Resistance. This experience, I can't even call it a ride because it is just so amazing, is super long. It's got so many different ride type sequences to it. You just have to really experience it to know what I'm talking about. It is so good, and if you come to the park, you have to get on this. It is a high wait. It was a wait time of 130 minutes for most of the day. So as long as you're willing to wait, it's worth it. And right over here is such a lifelike looking ship. This is an A-wing ship. So this, it is making noises as well. Sometimes they have characters back there, so it kind of has an interactive experience. But they did a really good job with creating how these ships look. This is just so lifelike and so real. And they have them all over the land as well. Right across from it is another ship that we're going to take a look at in a moment. All right, and we walked a little bit past Rise of Resistance, and right up here, it's the only path you can go, so you'll definitely see it. That is the X-Wing fighter plane. So the X-Wing is the iconic Star Wars ship. You'll see it in pretty much every Star Wars movie, and you'll see more than one. And if you notice a few characters up there, the character in the orange jacket is actually a Resistance leader who you will see all over this section of the park. And as we get a little bit closer, you might notice the person with the Resistance leader is going to be Rey. And Rey is the main Jedi character from the sequel trilogy, movies 7, 8, and 9. And you will also see her from time to time in the park and on the Rise of Resistance ride. All right, and we're walking a little bit past the X-Wing. The path splits around these bushes, but it connects right away, right after, so it doesn't matter which side you go on. But then when you come up here, it splits and you can go left into the market or right. We're going to go left into the market, and that way you're going to see just a little more merch. I know I already showed a good amount of merch, but just going to show you a few other cool things that were in here and what it looks like, because the theming is really, really cool. All right, so we just got in the market. Right on the left here are going to be some more bathrooms. So if you need to go, there's some right there. And as you go in, you're going to find some really authentic, cool Star Wars merch. One of those things are Jedi robes. So you'll see Jedi robes, and also on the other side in a moment, you'll see some black Sith robes. They are $130, and they're very thick, so it's not something you're going to want to wear in the summertime. Or you can just kind of hang it up. It could be a cool decoration type thing, but they are really, really cool. So you can pick those up here in the market. And then you'll see the Black Spire Outpost mug. That's actually the outpost on the planet Batuu that we are in now. So that is just a little more theming that they add. You are on Black Spire Outpost, and you can get a mug to commemorate that. Or you can get a Black Spire Outpost photo frame, and you can put a photo in there from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, or just from anywhere in Disney or anywhere at all, really. And this is a little scene you're actually going to see in a little bit in the park. So they actually have that life-size in the park. It's really cool. Also found this really cool backpack. So you can see it looks pretty lightweight. This backpack is only $30 too, so less than some of the others you might find. Has that theming on it, and it's nice and small, so this is a perfect theme park backpack or if you're going out somewhere. And then this fan is $20.65 for the Star Wars theming. They do have other fans that are not Star Wars themed, that are just Disney themed, that you can get in other stores as well. And then I found these really cool thermos type mugs, so they keep drinks hot or cold. And there's a couple of different styles. They all have that theming on there as well. This one's black. The other one was kind of like a navy blue. All right. And we have now reached the end of the market, which empties out into where you can get some food. This food area is called Ronto Roasters. They have food all day, breakfast through dinner, and their main thing they're known for is their Ronto wrap. It's got pork, sausage, some peppercorn sauce, some tangy slaw, and it's all wrapped up in pita bread. So that is their main thing they're known for here. Or you can get some Star Wars themed drinks, like their bourbon drink called the Coruscant Cooler. So definitely come on by, check it out, and grab something to eat. But we are going to walk out and go down the stairs to the right. We're doing that real quick because as you see, there are some stormtroopers up here. They have some different characters up there throughout the day. They interact with you. They will kind of give you a little bit of a show. So it's definitely a really cool experience. And there were a couple of stormtroopers up here just kind of patrolling this area of Batuu. Hey guys, Future Kevin here. Just jumping in for a moment because I wanted to show you guys one other thing. We talked about Ronto roasters. Well, I wanted to show you this cool Star Wars Galaxy's Edge cookbook. And this is actually going to be the Ronto wrap itself. So that is exactly what I'm talking about. There's other things as well in here. I mean, on the back alone, they have a bunch of stuff. You can see some of the drinks, some desserts. So this is a really cool cookbook. So if you're into Star Wars and you're into cool, unique foods or drinks, or if you've been to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and you want to try some of the stuff you've seen, definitely look up this cookbook so that you can try some of the stuff out. It's just called Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the official Black Spire Outpost cookbook. All right, so definitely give it a look, and we're going back to you, Past Kevin. All right, we're going to head back up those stairs. Right in there is Ronto Roasters, so I told you we came out and went to the right. We're going to go to the left now. As we go down this way, there is going to be one more food location called Docking Bay 7. And then in here is actually another store. I think I showed you guys enough merch for today, but there is another store in there with some other things. So if you're here, definitely go and check that out. But here is Docking Bay 7. They have a bunch of different stuff. They have some basic stuff like the tip yip, which is just chicken. They have some really cool themed drinks as well, as you can see down here, including moof juice. And moof juice is non-alcoholic and it is really good. So if you're on the way here, definitely grab that. And I did mention you're going to see that little figure in real life. Well, here it is. This is the Millennium Falcon, and it is insane that they built this life-size. And they didn't just build it life-size, but they also made a ride based on it, which I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about later on. But as you can see, the hatch down there, which would obviously be the way they go in and out of the ship, and you can see, just like in all the movies, it is not in its greatest, most pristine condition. But like I said, we'll be back to that, so we're going to head down this way to the right, and we're going to pass Oga's Cantina, which is similar to the Cantina from the movies. You do need a reservation to go in, so today will not be the day I show you guys the Cantina, but we will definitely be back to get some drinks there. Right across from that will be some restrooms as well. They have them kind of scattered throughout, but it's hard to tell where they are sometimes. And right at the end of that passageway, that is Kylo Ren's ship. Kylo Ren is, of course, the main Sith bad guy from the new sequel trilogy. And sometimes he'll make an appearance as well, but almost always will be a couple stormtroopers out here who are going to interact with you. But right next to that is the milk stand. It's not actual milk, but it's from the movies where they drink milk, like in episode 4, the blue milk. So that's what I got now, and we're going to give it a try and see how it is. All right, guys, what's going on? So I just got the blue milk, like I said. I'm going to give it a try, and let's see how it is. Really good. It has a nice like fruity taste. A little citrus to it. I think the green one is more citrus though. But that is really good. I know you can get rum in it. I did not, but really good. And yeah, definitely recommend it. It was a little over $8 for it, so you do know that you are getting just a little bit of a little cup for that $8 and change, $9 after tax, but definitely it's worth it for this drink. All right, I did just want to point out there are two different kinds of milk. There's the blue milk and the green milk. They're from the Star Wars movies, so if you were wondering why they just have like this drink called milk that's not milk, they're just based on stuff in the movies. But now I'm showing you where I'm coming from. So I had just gone to the right, and now I just went back to where we were before to continue the tour. Like I said, there's stormtroopers up here. Sometimes Kylo Ren is, and they're always going to be interacting with people. So it's kind of a cool, fun little experience. As you see, this guy's interacting with them now. And then right off to the side from them is a little shop, and everything in this shop is going to be themed after the First Order, or the bad guys. Like this little journal here, which is all empty. You can put whatever you want in it. They also have this really cool water bottle. I've seen this here for years, and I will definitely get it one day because it is really cool. And you see it's here for $27.99. Next to that is a shirt that says enlist into the First Order. So everything in here, it's kind of almost like a First Order propaganda shop. And you see they have some armor here, some stormtrooper armor as well. But now we're back. We walked through that little hallway to the right of the ship from before. And as you see over here, Chewbacca has now taken back this area from those stormtroopers. And back when I went into the market, I told you it went left to the market or right. If you went right, you would have skipped the whole market and cut up right in here. So that's kind of where it comes full circle. And this whole land is kind of just one big circle, really. But you see Chewbacca up there, and that path down there actually goes to Toy Story Land, which you'll see in the next video. This is the Droid Depot. You make your own droids here, which I'll go into more detail on that later, and that is $100. It's right across from where Chewbacca is. They have a little other couple of small items you can buy in there as well, based on droids. And right around the corner from the Droid Depot is going to be Savi's Workshop. This is where you can spend $200 to make your own lightsaber. I haven't done this one myself, but when I do it, I will definitely take you guys with me. I mean, you see that guy has some carrying cases on. That's what the lightsaber comes in as well. So once we do this, definitely I will be bringing you guys with me. But now, the last place I want to bring you guys is back over to the last thing. I showed you the Rise of Resistance. I showed you a ton of merch. I showed you where you can get some food. Now we're going to see the final experience you have as we walk back past Ronto's Roasters. We are going back to somewhere we already saw, but something that I didn't tell you guys about yet. That is the second attraction. It is called Smuggler's Run. You can be a pilot, a gunner, or an engineer on the iconic Millennium Falcon ship, and you get to take the place of some of your favorite characters. So it's going to be you flying the ship, you shooting the enemies, or you fixing the ship as an engineer. It was a 50-minute wait all day, so we didn't ride this one today, but this ride is so innovative, so interactive, like nothing I've seen before. It's really awesome, and it guarantees a good time. So if you're out here in Galaxy's Edge, you're going to want to do both of these rides, definitely. All right, last thing I wanted to show you is they have these little carts with themed sodas and water bottles all over the land as well, so you can always get those anywhere you go. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Galaxy's Edge. I'm going to see you back home and go over a little more information. All right, guys, so we are home now. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I really hope it's going to either help you on your trip, or you saw some cool stuff, or if you live in the area, maybe some stuff that you're going to check out on your next trip. I did show you where you make the droids. I wanted to show you the droid that I made now. So yeah, let me break that down. Let's show it to you. All right, so this is the droid that I made. This is the remote that controls it, which I'll show you how that works in a few moments, but the droid actually comes, so all the parts come on a conveyor belt that goes across, and you pick the head, the body, and then these two legs and this leg on the bottom here are all rubber banded together, or at least that's how it was when I made this. And you pick them out. So I like the color combination of the red and the black, and then I really liked this clear type head where you can kind of see like what's going on in there. I just thought that was a really cool combination. So this is what I went with. They do have like your classic R2-D2 colors, which is kind of like the colors of the remote. You can also make a circular one. So if you're familiar with Star Wars, that's the droid from the newer sequel trilogy, which is BB-8. It's kind of just like the circular ball and then the small half circle on top. You can make that style as well, but I wanted to go a little more classic, and this is what I got. Now, underneath, right there we go. You're going to see the power switch. So just flip that, and then flip the power switch on the remote as well, and that's when you can control it. All right, so see this button makes it talk. These go forward and back, so backward, forward. Obviously being on carpet, it's not as good, but these two do the head. So to the left, or I'm sorry, these two do which way it turns, so left and right. And then this red button does the head based on which way you're doing it. So to the right, to the left. So this is a $100 experience. You get the droid, obviously, to keep. You do get the remote control, and you do get a cardboard carrying box most of the time. I do know right now they're having some shortage issues, so they're coming in just plastic bags, but I don't have my cardboard box still. At the time of making the droid, I actually lived in New York, so when moving to Florida, I no longer had it. But you can keep it if you like it as a souvenir, if you want to store the droid in there. I personally think the droid looks way cooler just kind of being out on its own like this. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this experience. It's half the price of the lightsaber, which is $200. I still haven't done that one yet, but this one I can absolutely say is definitely worth it. And you can kind of open up some of these compartments here just to kind of add to the effect as well. There you go. I think these open as well. Yeah, so these open up as well. Just all things that, if you've seen Star Wars, the droids can do. They kind of let you do some things like that. So yeah, really cool. I definitely recommend this experience if you are a fan of Star Wars and in the area. All right, so that was my droid, and that was our trip out to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for our next video where we're going to go right next door to Toy Story Land, also in Hollywood Studios. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great day.